Yo, what's going on, crew? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Serrano. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the LG G8X ThinQ, which is actually one of my favorite flagships from back in the day. Let me share with you my top 5 reasons to buy the LG G8X ThinQ in 2023. But make sure you guys stay locked in with me, and if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So I wanted to just jump in to the video and kind of start off about the LG G8X ThinQ's cameras, because that's the first reason why I think this phone, you should check it out in the top 5. The first reason to buy out of the top 5, because the cameras had this really nice design as far as how they were designed, how they molded inside of the body of the phone. And so the cameras were literally, you can see right here, built right into the back of the device, and it kind of had a seamless design, and it's something that I wish would come back, because as you can see, it doesn't have a camera bump, so the phone, when you put it flat on a surface, it's not gonna rock. And so these cameras actually were really good when it came to the overall performance. I want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people. But if you're still here, just type down below in the comment section, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. You can see there's 2 cameras on the back, and there's a 32 megapixel camera on the front. And so when it came to taking shots with these cameras, you can see right here the camera experience right here. And so you've got the AI mode, which depicted what it was looking at. You can turn that off and on, and so you can see that the AI mode learns what you're looking at by just looking at the thing, and you can turn that off or on. And right here, it's identifying that it's me, which is a person. You got the beauty mode, so you can adjust your nose, the light, anything like that. You can smooth out your face, smooth out your skin. You got you could make your eyes different or slender, or adjust your face, almost like putting makeup on your face without really doing it. So if you forgot to put makeup on that day, like if you're a woman, that was cool. You got this really nice portrait camera, which takes videos and which takes video and photos in portrait mode. And so that was something that was really cool, because you could definitely take some really cool images with it when it came to the portrait mode on the front facing camera for video. And you get night mode as well as manual video mode too. And so manual camera, and you did get studio mode, AR, slow motion mode, and story shot as well. And then this camera had the ability to shoot in some really good modes. We did get the ability to have HDR on this, live photo mode as well, AI scene optimizer. And when it came to the video mode, you could see right here, we did get a bunch of different, aspect ratios to shoot in full or 4.3 as well. And so, you can mess around with that. Also action shot, which frees a moving object. If you go into the video mode on this camera, you're going to notice that it does have ASMR for the microphones on this camera, so it really brought out the sound. You also have these little filters that let you auto adjust the video and camera for photos, and so you can kind of tailor the look of the camera. And then what's really cool is that you can change the video resolution from full HD 16:9 or 60 frames per second, or 4K 16:9 with 60 or 30 frames per second. when it came to shooting, and you can get steady camera, prevent the camera from shaking when you're recording, and then the ASMR feature can pick up the softest sounds in the background. So while you were walking or making large movements, the phone remains steady. And then even on the front of this device, you did get some cool options like 4K 30 and 1080 60. So it was really good when it came to the overall cameras, especially for video and also for taking photos. And so this was a really good device overall for the price when it came to the overall cameras. The second reason to buy this device, we're going to jump into it right away, is the speakers. And so if you're listening to a song on this phone, it's going to sound pretty cool. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So it does have dual speakers. And so the dual speakers are pretty cool because they're also paired along with the audio feature in this device, which is going to enhance the sound quality, which is the DTS-X 3D sound, which sounds really good for actually broadening an immersive sound and making it more 3D and balanced, and giving it a nice thick layer of detail when you're listening to it. And with the headphones, it sounded extremely solid as well. And so that brings me to the third reason to buy the LG G8X ThinQ, and that's going to be the display. And you're getting a beautiful display, and as you can see below the phone, I have the extra display, which I want to talk about because the display was beautiful. First of all, it has a nice weight to it at 192 grams, 83% screen to body, 83% usable surface when it comes to the screen. And so it looks really beautiful with the OLED panel, which is going to give you an always on display, which is pretty cool. And it gives you a lot of cool features that you can use always on display. The home screen features, which lets you, you could kind of customize the home screen options. You can change the accented colors. You got Android 12 on here as well that I wanted to mention. And so it does give you the one-handed mode, which is kind of cool. You just swipe across from the top or the bottom, and it gives you the one-handed mode. But the display gives you HDR10, has a water drop notch. It has 403 pixels per inch as well. And so the display has Gorilla Glass 5, which is really good for protection. It also does have scratch resistant glass. It's not going to be a 4K or a 2K panel, but it is 1080 by 2340 full HD, which looks absolutely beautiful when it comes to the colors. And so this is just with the single display that I'm talking about. But if you didn't already know, this device, the LG G8X ThinQ, has a secondary accessory that you can use where you can actually put this secondary display inside the phone, or put the phone inside the display, and it fits perfectly in there. And when you actually fit it inside of there, what's going to happen is that you're going to actually get an additional screen display on the outside, which is going to show you your notifications. And it's got this leather finish, which is really cool as well. And so it's going to not only give you your notifications on the front portion, but when you open up the phone, you're going to be able to turn on this display with this little feature right here on the bottom, which is you can toggle across and actually activate it. And that allows you to turn on the secondary display so that you can actually multitask in between two different apps at one single time, which is very good when you're doing two things at once. You can schedule meetings and take notes, or pretty much do anything you want with the secondary display, even play games and use the bottom display as a joystick, which is something that I really do find helpful. And so it's going to give you the ability to actually use two displays at one single time. And so one of the things that I found really helpful is the fact that you can use the secondary display as one display. And so there's this option right here called wide mode, which allows you to use it as one display. And so it makes it really big so that you're actually watching content on two different windows from the same source. And so you can prop it up like this and watch videos like in this situation. And so I just find it really cool about this device because it still offers a really good experience with the multitasking and multimedia. And so it's probably one of the most underrated devices of all time when it comes to innovation. LG did actually push some of the boundaries that were in the smartphone market at the time, and so their displays were absolutely gorgeous. They still make TVs and things of that sort, but I just really miss their smartphones in the market because they were really pushing the limits when it came to actually using mobile technology on a daily basis. And of course, another thing that I really enjoyed was the performance. It does have this gaming mode built right in, so you can adjust the graphics while you're playing games. You can actually adjust the situations of the screen and notifications when you're in a game. And so it's really cool to have that feature built right in with the shortcut on the side when you're gaming, and you can easily get to it by hitting that button. Activate DTS, mute. Right here, the game can mute different sounds in the background. It could also, like I said, you get the game tools right here. And so when it came to playing games, the graphics were really good. Okay guys, so the next reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy Okay guys, so the next reason to buy the LG G8X ThinQ is the performance, and this is the Snapdragon 855 with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and it's still a really good device when it comes to the overall performance and using this device for a gaming device, because it's going to offer you some pretty fast gameplay. It's gonna be really smooth on here, and I definitely think you can still get a really good experience. You can get first blood in PUBG. It's gonna be very competitive. So I definitely think that the gameplay is going to be really good. Not only that, it's going to be a really good speed when it comes to performance. It won't lag. You could pretty much play any game on here as well with the gaming pad on the secondary display. And so I really respect this device overall when it comes to the overall performance, because it's just really smooth, and I didn't really notice too much like heating up on here. It didn't overheat whatsoever when I was using it, and so I definitely think this is going to be a solid experience overall when it comes to the gameplay on the LG G8X ThinQ. Okay, it's also $169, which makes it really cool. You still get the pop-up features with the pop-up window, so you can scroll different apps over top of one another in the background. You can multitask on here with this, not only the single display but also with the dual display, and so it's got a really good performance and feel. It's got a lot of features, so you can use the NFC on this device for mobile payments. It's got Wi-Fi calling, so you can actually use Wi-Fi. I definitely recommend getting the AT&T model, because you will get Android 12. It's got screen sharing, the hi-fi DAC for when you're listening to music through the headphone jack, And so it's just a really solid feature packed device when it comes to the price, because it's going to offer so many different features. It says right here that you can use that split screen window, and that actually flies when you're browsing through different media. And so I definitely think it's going to be helpful when you're browsing through from one app to the next, and you kind of just want to multitask on here. It's definitely going to be a really smooth and buttery clean experience, even without 90 hertz on the display. And so I definitely like the overall performance. I also do like the fact that you get IPX water dust resistancy, wireless charging as well, the in-display fingerprint sensor, which is actually pretty quick. You don't get facial recognition on here, but you will get that in-display fingerprint sensor, which is very responsive, even with the glass screen protector that I'm actually using on this device right now. And so those are the main reasons to buy the LG G8X ThinQ. But let me know what you guys think down below, and follow me on social media, and I'll check you guys later. Later, crew. Peace.